lady go off on kids because they don't freaking get this crap. If you would just get up and teach them instead of handing them a freaking packet, yo.
Oh, I saw
These
this.
kids in here don't learn like that. They need to learn face to face. You're just getting mad because I'm pointing out the obvious and you're too late.
wasting my time.
No, I'm not wasting your time.
The kid is trying so hard to hide the phone.
You want kids to come into your class, you want them to get excited for this, you gotta come in here, you gotta make them excited. You want a kid to change and start doing better, you gotta touch his freaking heart. Can't expect a kid to change if all you do is just tell him.
Amen. Amen.
He's right.
You gotta,
It's kind
you gotta
of
take
awesome.
this job serious. This is the future of this nation. And when you come in here, like you did last time, and make a statement about, oh, this is my paycheck, indeed it is.
Oh my God.
But this is my country's future and my education.
Preach it.
That is the last guy I would think would do this.
There's a limit. When I'm not bitching,
Oh, God.
but simply making an observation.
Oh, dude, I love this.
And now I will leave. You're welcome.
Now I will leave.
And if you would like, I'll teach you a little more so you can actually learn how to teach a freaking class.
Damn.
Because since I got here, I've done nothing but read packets. So don't try and take credibility for teaching me jack.
Just go, bye.
Oh my God. Wow.
That was intense.
That kid's got balls. That's my life. Reading packets, taking notes. Teachers don't teach anymore.
So can you explain what went down in that video?
Well, obviously it's like some kid stood up for like what he believed in. Some white kid just walks up in the class with like long blonde hair. Finally got fed up with having to deal with a teacher being lazy as always and stood up for himself.
He's basically telling his teacher to f off and is just getting up in her face because, I mean, that's actually not a bad idea. If you want to get out of a packet, you can just tell her how she's not doing a good job, which it looks like she's not if she's giving packets.
What did you think about his speech?
Like, I did not expect him to be saying all of that. Because you can tell he wasn't, I don't want to be mean, but like wasn't the most like literate kid. But maybe that's a good thing.
You know, you can't judge based on appearance.
He's got long hair, like sagging pants. All those kids probably think he's just like a loser stoner kid. But that's some real stuff that he's talking about.
I agreed with a lot of what he said, and like I feel like if a teacher is not doing what his job, I need to tell him about it. Maybe not in that particular way, like embarrassing them in the front of the class.
The best thing about his speech is that he was passionate about it. Like he believed what he was preaching and he just wanted to get that out there, which I liked.
Sometimes you really do need to tell the teacher, like, you're not doing anything. You're just giving me a piece of paper. You're gonna go on your phone, text someone, go on the computer, drink your coffee, but you're not actually teaching.
How did it make you feel while you were watching it?
Inspired. I was actually like really proud of him.
I'm intrigued. His words, they touch me.
I actually felt like one of the students in the classroom just wanted to laugh through the whole thing.
I was nervous. I thought like the teacher was gonna get up and like.
Made me feel like he's right, because some teachers are like that, but then I kind of felt bad for the teacher too.
I feel relieved that I'm not the only one thinking this.
I wanna go do something now. I wanna go talk to my teachers and be like, listen, you need to be a better teacher.
So this kid's name is Jeff Bliss.
Hi, Jeff Bliss.
Do you think he was wrong for doing this to the teacher?
No.
No.
He was obviously concerned about his education, and if you care that much, you should say something.
You have a voice as a student. You have free speech. It's one of the amendments.
I'm not gonna say he was wrong, but I'm also not gonna say he was right.
Probably should have gone to like the principal or something and like told him that the teacher wasn't doing anything and like told him everything that he said basically.
But, you know, those ways aren't always efficient. And it takes like one person to like rally up a whole class, and that was a way to do it.
People can comment all they want about how this kid was mouthing off to an adult and he doesn't know respect, get out of the classroom, whatever. But you know, there's a point when you've had enough and you need to stand up for yourself regardless of who's trying to put you down.
If I was a teacher, I would probably have a totally different perspective. From a kid's point of view, we sit in class, we don't interrupt you, we listen to you, we do all our work, we turn in our work. And we're there all day long, just like you. At least you could do is listen to what we have to say.
Do you agree about what he was saying about education in the school system?
It being a little crappy because all they do is give us packets and you kind of have to figure it out, partially.
It just depends what teacher, but it does happen.
I mean, it's more of public schools, definitely. Now they're just giving us packets.
A lot of public schools, they don't have enough funding for a lot of the teachers. So I mean, there's like a PE teacher who's moved to math. I've literally had teachers where they're one lesson ahead of us in the class, which isn't good.
I think it's gotten a lot worse as the years go by. Teachers are trying to find easy ways out.
A lot of teachers do that, sitting behind a desk and going on like Amazon, I've actually seen. and just kind of giving that a packet, and then you have a test on it, like at some point, you know? And they wonder why like our country's dropping in our education.
Why do you think something like this goes viral?
Because it's real, it's raw.
Because it was funny.
Because it's not something you see every day. You don't see a kid with that much guts going up in front of a class and calling out the teacher.
Because everybody relates to it. It's literally something that everybody that's in school relates to.
I'm sure they always want to see somebody badmouth a teacher, be like, oh, he's cussing out a teacher, I should totally watch this. But you'll start watching, you'll be, hey, like, he's actually making a point.
The guy does not look like someone who cares about like being at school. It's effective because he doesn't seem like the smartest kid. It shows like this is what the youth is these days. Apparently we have to fix this because his teacher isn't doing him any good.
What makes a good teacher in your opinion?
What makes a good teacher is a teacher who doesn't talk like a teacher, talks like a human being.
They have to actually care about your like knowledge in general, like not only for that course in class, but in life.
A good teacher like challenges you, like, or wants you to challenge everything. It makes you question things.
Someone who can be nice to the students, who has a connection with the students, who doesn't treat them like kids. When a teacher leaves a good mark on my life, I remember them forever.
Do you think teachers are the ones to blame for the problems in the education system?
No, not at all. It's them, but it's also students.
There's the teachers that just like don't care, and then there's also the students that just don't care. So it's both of us.
You can try and teach kids getting to their heart, but the likelihood of that happening is minimal.
Everyone is to blame if they're to blame. You can't generalize something like, oh, it's the teacher's fault or the principal's or the students. It's whoever's fault it is, it's their fault.
These teachers aren't getting the resources and the training they need to do well, but at the same time, if the teachers don't recognize that nothing that's going on is helping them, and they're like, oh, well, it's not my fault, it's the system's, and they don't do anything, then that's their fault.
I don't necessarily find the teacher's fault either, because like most teachers do not really get paid that much, and I honestly think they should be one of the highest paid professions because they're educating the future of tomorrow.
What do you want to say to other teens out there who are dealing with teachers who aren't putting their all into their education?
Don't do it like Jeff did.
Stand up for what you believe in, but do it in a respectable way.
Maybe talk to your teachers about different ways to learn or to do things.
Stop being lazy and actually take action.
You can only reach your hand out so far, and if your teacher's not gonna give back, then just try and get as much as you can out of the class by yourself.
It's hard to like be in a class with a teacher that you don't like. Trust me, I know. But like try to make the best out of the situations. I mean, don't go getting expelled or suspended for doing stupid stuff.
Either you can be the adolescent, I don't want to do this guy that goes, I'm not gonna be at school, I'm gonna be a dropout, I'm gonna be famous. Or you can actually take in whatever they're actually teaching so you can actually go somewhere in life.
Keep holding on. Like, stick it out. Like, you'll get better. It's just high school.
And what do you want to say to schools and teachers on how they can better reach all of you?
Do your job.
More one-on-one communication.
For all teachers, just be more interactive in class. Don't just get up, teach a lesson, and do a packet. Make the students involved in it. Make the students involved in their own learning.
Just think of your students as if they were your kids or something. Like, you want your kids to grow up and have a good education, right?
Be excited when they come into your class and talk to them. Those are always the teachers that I love, the ones that like talk and excited and love what they're doing every day.
Respect goes two ways, because I've also seen like teachers that treat us like humans, and no one ever talks in the class. But then they wonder why the teachers who always bitch at us and you know all that crap, that we end up like going out of our way just to piss them off. But they don't seem to get it. I don't know why. You'd think it's common sense, but guess not.
You should stop thinking for yourself and think for others, which are your students. Because yeah, you might be set in life, but we aren't, because we're kind of screwed over right now. And the only way that that could be better is if you help us.
And so if you saw Jeff Bliss, like on the street in person, what would you do?
Say, you go, Glen Coco.
Like, you rock, you should join youth in government.
I'd give him a hug.
I would shake his hand, be like, you are a brave young man.
You, sir, are an icon for students everywhere.
Good job. Like, yeah, she said what I guarantee you everybody else in that class is thinking, but didn't say. And get a haircut.
I'd give him a high five. I'd braid his hair. I don't know.
Thanks for watching this somewhat more serious episode of Teens React.
We'll be back soon, so make sure that you subscribe.
There's been over 100 episodes of React. Click the link below to watch them all.
Goodbye. Awkward bye.
Hey! Teachers, touch our freaking arts!